Hi dear followers, and the second part for today's video is the following exercise. Each direction of the tilt turns on the corresponding LED, and for this we have the gyro sensor that measures the tilt of the sensor, and we have wrote some code, and let's just dive in with the connections first. So this is the connection diagram. The LEDs are connected exactly the same way as the previous exercise, so go please watch the other one if you haven't done it yet. And then the sensor, I connected it using the breadboard. This is the connection diagram. The very top one, VCC, is connected to 3.3 volts. GND is connected to GND. SCL and SDA are connected to the all the way at the left, at the top part of the board. So on the board, I think it says SCL1 and SDA1. Let me double check. Yeah, it says SCA1 and SDA1. So this is the connection diagram for the sensor. Now let me go to the code. And for the code, I have, so this time, because the empty version is a little long, I will upload this empty version in the description of the video. So you do not need to write all of this by hand at the start. Just use the empty version. And then at the end, there will also be the solution under the video. So at the end, you can compare it with my solution. And in order for your code to work, you need to install the corresponding library. It is MPU 6050.zip library. I showed in the very earliest video how to add libraries to the code. If you are trying the harder difficulty problems, you should know this. You should know how to add the library. So it's lesson 16. Let me double check. It's lesson 16 of the book. So the library is in the code section of the lesson 16. And after that, let's just dive in and try the first direction of the tilt. I'll first add the code to show this direction of the tilt. And to do that, I will write the following code. My serial monitor is already on from the top here. And I will write serial print x tilt and serial print the ACX. So this will show on the serial monitor the tilt of this direction, so we can see the values. Let me upload it. To open the serial monitor is the top right button on your screen. Now, when it's flat, it's around minus 100, minus 200. When I tilt it this way, it's like plus a few thousand. The opposite way is like minus like 5,000-6,000. Let's add the same for y. I will copy this, and the y tilt will be ACY. The y tilt will show the tilt in this direction. So now both of them will be visible on serial monitor. So this direction is like negative 3,000 for the y. And this direction is the positive, like 4,000, 3,000 for the y, depending on how much I tilt. After showing you this, let's write a code to turn the corresponding LEDs on and off. Let's start with the 4. So first thing we need to do, we need to declare 4 as a output in the void setup. So pin mode for output. Then I say if ACX is smaller than minus 2,000, it means I tilted it in this direction, and digital write for high. So turn on 4, and before the if, I'm also going to write digital write for low. So 4 is off. Then if it's tilted, it turns on. Let's test it. See, I put it back, it turns off. I tilt it, it turns on. The reason there is a 1 second delay is because of this delay 1000. Now, let's do the exact same thing for 6. So to the very top, I do pin mode 6 output. And then I copy these 2 lines. 6 is the opposite side of 4, so if ACX is bigger than 3000, so it's tilted the other way, it should turn on 6. And right before that, it should turn 6 off. Now, so 6 on, 6 off, sorry, 4 on, 4 off, and then the other one, 6 on, 6 off. Let me bring the camera a little closer. 1, 4, and the other one is 6. Now let's do the same thing for 5 and 7. First at the top, I'm going to copy and add 5 and 7 as output. And these 4 lines together are both control 4 and 6. Instead of X, it's going to be uppercase Y. And the negative for uppercase Y was this tilt, so it will be 7. And then right before that, we turn 7 off, and then we turn 5 off. And if ACY is bigger than 2000, we turn 5 on. And let's test. 5. So this turns on the 7, which is this LED. This turns on the 5. Because of the brightness on the video, it's hard to see which one is on. Maybe I can just take out the pin modes just to demonstrate it again. See? So this is how it should work. And again, this exercise is a little harder, so if you can encounter difficulties, please write your questions a little bit in detail so I can answer them easier. And one last time. The reason the brightness is low because I took out the pin modes just to remind you. And thank you and see you next time.